She forgot to hit record
If you're
for
watching
the video.
us, we are on a 5-second
It's okay.
delay, apparently. It's like when I swear.
And somebody just got a text.
I did. Oh, goodness. Okay.
What a day.
Hello.
How's
How are
everybody's
you?
week? I hope it's less hectic than I have felt so far this week.
So my week this week is 1,000 times better than my week was. I took a 2-hour nap yesterday.
Well, I know because I tried to text you. What are you doing for dinner?
Crickets.
Nothing. Anyway, so I
That's
ended
our
up
way of
making-
asking the other one, by the way, to
Do you have
please
food for me?
cook for my family. Like,
But
we'll be like,
it was
what are
not
you
the
doing for
family. It
dinner?
was just me and Bill.
Which-
and
Ironically, you're now cooking for my family tonight, and you have no kids. Like,
Right.
This is the second time in I think 2 weeks that
yes.
you've done that.
I
for
didn't
me.
even know. I was just fixing all the food. I wasn't even thinking who I was fixing it for.
For me.
We're having some local farm mom / local farm mom kid chicken legs and wings tonight for dinner. Some
exciting.
cheese tortellini and pesto pasta. And I put some peas in it.
That'll be good. The kids will like it.
Yeah. We're going to try our wings in the air
My
fryer
kids.
tonight.
So, you know that the first time that Tom and I ever bought an air fryer, it was an Instapot air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
And we literally only purchased it because it was Super Bowl during COVID and nobody was like hanging out. So we made our own chicken wings and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like we just went and bought the frozen bag from the grocery store, but we made them in the air fryer and they
Yeah.
were excellent. So I'm sure they're going to be
We
good.
get the bag from Costco, or we used to,
Yeah,
and
that's what
Sam
we-
really liked them. But I'm like, well, this is silly. So I just I rubbed them, then I baked
sure they're
them,
gonna be
and now we're
good.
going to toss them in the air fryer
I'm sure they're going to
and
be
see how
good.
they feel.
Don't let me forget to grab that barbecue sauce before we leave.
I grabbed some from the market, so we're good.
great.
Like how we have
Okay.
conversations on here.
I
And
know.
I said, like, I want to see how they feel. Because you know how some wings are like really tough.
Yeah, and aren't good when they're that tough usually.
So we'll see.
So I forget what I was going to talk about. I had
I've
a
been
really
taking deep
busy week.
breaths.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about my busy week, and then you're going to be like, "That's nothing compared to Kristin's." Like, when we spoke last, did we?
We talked about the wedding.
We had done the wedding, and then I had the funeral, and then I worked every day, and then we had friends over on Saturday night. Our old neighbors came over, which was really, really nice. And then we had celebrated Father's Day and my mother-in-law's birthday on Sunday night. And yesterday I took a 2-hour nap. Like I was done. It was just like a really, really long week. And then I when you like try to get sympathy from someone and you're like, oh my gosh, my week was so hectic. Kristin was like, hold my beer. Like literally.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
No, your week was like back and forth.
I
back
didn't even
and forth,
remember.
back-
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I had
see, it
all
was that
the
bad. It
driving.
was that
I
bad.
have never driven to Columbus so much as
It
I
was
did last
every
week.
single day.
Every single day.
You drove to Columbus.
And I say to Columbus, but like I drove to near
drove
Coshocton,
2
which
hours
is
away
even
every
further.
day. Yeah, I mean,
Basically, it was like
minimum of 2
220
hours
every
day.
time.
And
there
back.
and back.
And back. Like did not stay over one night.
So once you do that, like 3 days in a row, 4 and 5 aren't so bad. But I was like, man, this stinks.
And then you had a sheep show.
Then we had a sheep show, which we went on Friday. It was so fun. I feel like really, really blessed that we were able to get our camper trailer because it makes life so much easier.
From an outsider who knows nothing about this, I used to question why you did sheep shows because literally I'm like, she's complaining that she has so much work to do, but it's like, this is your thing. This time you have been like totally in your element. Like
It was much better.
Nothing but good things to say about it. And I do think that is like a huge factor. Like it took your stress level down.
It did. Like the
that's kinda
food,
good.
everything's in there. We just threw everything in the camper.
You're going to take her car? My car. And
Or
then
my
she'll
car.
just drive me?
Yeah, whichever.
you
Tom's
taking all
going to
the
go.
kids with you?
So this is exciting too, but this happened at the sheep show. I have no kids.
No, our kids. Are you taking our kids with you?
Tom and Dan are having a
Okay.
conversation.
Sorry.
I don't have any kids. I'm very sad. In fact, I don't have any kids. Sidebar, like I have to get back to my story to tell you, but so Mr. Branch, the music teacher, he came to the barn
came and
today.
saw me
And
today.
so I played with Benny and Ella, his children, because I had no kids. Well, Jack was there, but Benny really wanted me, you know, I have a real heart for 2 and 3 year olds. And he wanted me to play with him on the playground. So I went down the slide. Can I tell you how fast our big slide
I
is?
believe it.
It when you're an old person going down that slide,
I do
there is
believe
no
that.
give at the bottom. So these grandmas and grandpas who go down the slide, like I give it to you. Wowzer.
I do.
So I had a little visit. So that was fun.
But like, I think it's sweet that you're like, oh, I have no kids and I'm sad. And I'm like, take one, please.
I'll take yours. I took Benny and Ella to get slushies and donuts. And then they ate them. And Benny was like, can you go play with me, please? And his dad's like, no. I'm like, Benny, I have to go home and get dinner ready. And you know what Mr. Branch told me? This is so sweet. So Mr. Branch is our band director. We all like Mr. Branch. I think everyone
Great guy.
loves Mr. Branch. He said that his wife works. He's off in the summer because, well, sort of, kind of. He's not
this
really.
Was a conversation I had with him today. I said, have you gotten to actually like enjoy summer? And he said, I really try to make it an effort to not have my emails come up.
Yeah.
He's like, I really try to not check my emails unless I am at the school, which Tuesdays and Thursdays he's there for drumline. And he said that he really tries to just devote that day or that time that he's there, because he's like, otherwise I really don't get to enjoy my summer. Yeah.
And he has the kids. And so anyway, so he said like his favorite part of his day, like, is that first of all, the man loves to bake and he has a cupcake business, and I can't remember what it's called. Do you remember?
Him on Instagram.
So and he makes hot sauce. I never knew this. He has a hot sauce business. So anyways, you look that up while I finish the story. And he said his favorite part of his day and like the best part is he, in the summer, tries to have dinner ready and on the table when his wife gets home from work so they can sit down and enjoy a meal together. And it's like the highlight for him. I'm like, you were such a good husband.
That is pretty great.
It's so sweet.
Frosting and fire.
Yes.
And he is
so
quite
hence
creative.
The hot sauce. I mean, how did I not know he made hot sauce?
That is true.
It's not very smart.
That is his company, is Frosting and Fire. And he is not that like a guy would normally not be, but a guy would normally not be that
and
good
he's
at this.
Like a very large marching band director. I have no idea how he has time.
Best. Like, I mean, and I know we say that, but like he's actually like,
he's like, cupcakes like that. I can have those things done in 2 hours. Yeah. I'm like, okay. I mean, I love to bake too, but anyway, so that was fun. So we went to the sheep show. We had the best time. We had 2 sheep shows this weekend. So we started in Marion County and then we trailered up to Crawford County, which is about 30 minutes. I made it without having any issues with the trailer. Because it's always like a surprise. Like, oh, am I going to be able to get in? Am I going to be able to get out? And when we were at the campground, we pulled in to stay the night because we camped out. I'm like, how are we going to leave? We have to have an exit plan. Like, we cannot get blocked in with this big bad boy trailer. Right. My friend has one the same size. And so I'm like, well, if one of us can do it, we can both do it. And so it was good. It was a great time. But we picked up the pig pens. So our friend Matt Martin, who owns a welding business, he made our gates. He brought them to the sheep show. So now tonight, Tom is going to help us install them in the concrete so that the pigs have a place to live that's actually like more appropriate for them.
He's very good at doing this. You have to like tab-con them into the concrete. And that is what he had to do for our pavilion outside. Yes. And it's actually, you would think this is a project. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal.
But it's our house, and I feel like when he gets there, he's going to be like,
will come up,
it's always something in our house.
No, I think it's going to be fine. I mean, but that's a fairly new concrete pad. Like, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think it's going to be great.
We'll see.
Positive thinking.
Next week, we'll talk about how many tap cons Tom cursed at while installing in our concrete.
I don't think it'll be that bad. What else?
So the kids leave for camp again. They're going to Spark Expo Camp. Campbell's already there. And I don't know, there was a picture of them posted online and she was kind of laughing. I'm like, oh, that's Campbell. She was wearing her brand new tennis shoes, I noticed. And I'm like, oh, I hope she breaks them in. You know, when you get new tennis shoes, like,
they're not comfortable.
Yeah. And then they look so clean. Everybody can tell that you've never worn them. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. So she's breaking them in. And then the boys both go tomorrow. So I'll drive Jack down and Parker will be there. And they're going to have a great week at Ohio State campus.
Joey is doing not on the same level at all, but he's doing his very first camp ever this week.
Yeah, it's from like 9 to noon or something.
8 to noon.
Nice.
Every day this week. It's a basketball camp. And I was so nervous, like, because he's kind of, my baby. And I dropped him off and I was like, he's going to cry.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he is going to cry. And he was like, bye, Mom. And he didn't know anybody there.
Basketball.
He loves basketball. He's like genuinely.
Where is this camp at?
It's at the high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
not
called
gonna
Triple
cry.
Threat. It's through TNBA.
Oh, he's doing the TNBA.
Yeah,
Triple
it's through
That's
TNBA.
good.
All my kids have done this one. I think even Sam did it one year. Lived at it for quite a few years. And so, like, it's a great camp. But he did not know anyone.
He'll make friends.
That was going. And he was, like, totally fine. Like, he just went, like, we got there, like, maybe 5 or 10 minutes early. And they were all just, like, dribbling around and shooting around. And he just went, got a basketball, and just went. And it was like, oh my gosh, like he is so in his element when it comes to that.
Well, at least you remembered to sign him up for camp this year, because last year and the year before,
well, that was different camp.
You never got him signed up.
Well, like Lake Farm Parks offers
probably because you really didn't want him to go.
No, I don't mind. I just like have forgotten about it. And so Lake Farm Parks offers these amazing summer camps. They're like 1 week long, and my older kids did them when they were his age. And there's like a water camp where you can go like all through Lake County, and like one day you go to the beach, and one day you go fishing, and one day you go kayaking, and you do all these different things. And my kids loved it when they were younger, and I was like, oh, Joey would love this, and it filled up like immediately. When you did water camp at through Lake Farm Parks, she just said it was so fun. Like, she loved it.
That's nice.
So, hi. Oh.
Hi, Olivia.
And yeah, that's it. Sam he had a really good golf tournament. He had to play up.
Yeah, he
to the
played
higher level, and
well.
He played really well, and he had to play with 13 and 14-year-olds, and he's not quite 13, but because his birthday is over the summer, he had to play up, and he was very nervous, and he totally held his own and came in 5th place. So that was super exciting. And yeah, that's all I have.
That's great.
Literally nothing.
No, you have a really good story, because we always joke. Danna went to our dentist.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, I do have a really good story.
So we love our dentist, Dr. Rogish. You know, Rogish Farms, we always give free plugs to. We're going to send him the bill for all the advertising.
One day, Mr. Rogish.
But the brother we like better is our dentist, because first of all, he's another great dad who volunteers for the PTO, and his wife is delightful, and he's just really fun. Like,
so I
he's
have been
easy
going
to talk to.
a dentist that I really wasn't a fan of, and he kept yelling at me. Not yelling at me, but
when are you coming over?
Bugging me, like, when are you gonna come? When are you gonna come? And I'm like, I know. And honestly, like, I was so upset with my previous dentist that it has been. I'm trying to remember when I had this issue. I think it's been close to a year since I've had a cleaning, like, which I'm kind of crazy about my cleanings. Like, I don't leave the dentist without making my 6-month appointment. Like, I am very, very
You're one
on
of those people.
I am, because you know why? When I grew up.
Do you take the card, or do you just put it in your phone?
No, I just put it in my phone.
Okay.
I don't understand who takes the card anymore.
People take the card. If you take the card, let me know.
It's very odd.
They put it in their little wallet.
My mom, growing up, was never like on us about, why is Tom still here? Why is he not at your house already?
I don't know.
My mom was never on us about dental hygiene, and appointments were never a big deal, and brushing your teeth twice a day and flossing was just not like her priority. And
really,
I love my mom to death, but it was just not a huge thing.
Viewers.
And so I ended up having like cavities when I was a kid, and I am psychotic about my teeth now. Like, I really, really am. Like, I take really good care of my teeth. I floss my teeth nonstop. Like, I'm kind of weird about my teeth.
Campbell is too.
Is she?
Oh my gosh.
There are worse things
like
to
every
be
morning
crazy
it's 15
about.
minutes to go through a tooth routine.
There are worse things to be crazy about. But it was funny because when I got in the chair, I told the hygienist, I said, I'm freaking out because I don't think I've had a cleaning in almost a year. And she said that when she cleaned my teeth, it looked like I had a cleaning 2 months ago. So I was like, oh, well, that makes me feel better. So I had a great experience there, but I have to tell a funny story. So let's
just be clear though, that our dentist is the favorite Rogish brother.
I don't know.
You just don't want to say it.
I think Bob is the favorite.
No. We think that our dentist is our favorite Rogish brother.
Oh, of the ones that, yes.
We love our dentist.
Yeah.
We love Bob, and not as much as
fine.
Jason.
Jason is fine. Bob is meh. Chris is my people.
Chris is our favorite. But we don't really work with Jason.
We don't. If I worked with him, I may think he was meh too.
He's fine. Yeah.
I am joking. You should totally go to Rogish Farms, but Rogish Farms. So anyways,
Bob's going to have to listen to this episode.
I really hope he does. So I spoke last week that my little brother got married, and for those that don't know, he is a child psychiatrist at Nationwide Children's in Columbus.
Who looks like he's like 18 years old.
It is funny because my two brothers are 2 years apart, and my other brother does look much, much older. Like,
and he doesn't look old, but I just feel like
he probably looks his age, where my younger brother does not.
He looks young.
He doesn't have kids yet. That's why.
He has 0 kids.
So anyways, my older brother was the best man, so he had to give a best man speech. So he got up and he told this joke about that there was a woman whose son was being, inaugurated as the president of the United States. And he said, Mom, are you going to come to my inauguration? And she was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I'm going to try and get there. And he was like, Mom, are you kidding me? Like, President of the United States, like, you have to come. So she's like, okay, fine, I'll come. So she gets there and he's like, Mom, like, make sure you sit right here so you can see. And I got you special VIP seating and this, that, and the other. And she's like, all right, whatever. So then she's like sitting there and they're waiting to get started. And she's like speaking to the person next to her. And she says, do you see that man up there? You know, the one about to be inaugurated as president. And the guy next to her is like, yeah. And she's like, his brother's a doctor. And so the joke is that, like, obviously the doctor in the family is the most favorite. And in my family, totally it rings true. So, like, my brother was saying it. My brother is the one who was giving the speech, is incredibly successful and has a beautiful family.
But he's not a doctor.
But he's not a doctor. And it doesn't matter what you do. You're not a doctor, but your sibling is. So I'm sitting in the chair. The dental hygienist cleans my teeth. She says, okay, the doctor's going to come in. And I'm waiting for like that 2-minute time period, you know. And I hear Dr. Rogish in the other room. I can overhear, like, you know, him with another patient. And it was an elderly lady. And she says to him, I have to ask you, are you related to that Rogish Farms? And he's like, you know, I can overhear. He's like, yeah, that's my brother. And she's like, that place is wonderful. And this woman, the flowers and everything, she was
the blueberries.
She was going on and on and on about how wonderful Rogish Farms is. And so I'm just laughing to myself because apparently in every other family, the doctor is like the go-to. But in the Rogish family, the farmer is the go-to. And I'm like, only in this family would this like even be a thing. And I'm like, I saw Bob today and I didn't even tell him the story. I should have told him the story.
We'll just tell him he has to listen.
I'll make him listen to the podcast.
So he's the favorite.
But we think he's the favorite in his family. And apparently, like, so do like Chris's patients. It was very, very funny. And so I told Chris the story. It was really funny.
He should be like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you have 5 cavities. Right, Let me drill you with no Novocaine.
And this is going to cost triple. Like, totally not. But it was just a funny story. So, yeah. In my family, the doctor is the favorite, but clearly not in there.
We don't have any doctors in my family.
That's because you have farmers and they're the favorites.
Lots of farmers, lots of teachers.
Yeah, you do have a lot in your family.
And I always say that's how I knew I didn't want to be a teacher.
So my mom always tells the story that I always had said I wanted to be a teacher. And then I don't even think I did start college towards being a teacher. Like my major was going to be education. And I think I made it maybe like a half of a semester. And I was like, I hate kids. I can't do this. I cannot. I didn't have my own kids yet, but I was like, I knew that this was not the route I was taking.
Danna eats kids for lunch.
I don't want to even get that close to him, but like, I knew
I
needed
kids.
to change
I'm like, give me
major.
all the little kids.
Mm-hmm. So I changed my major to business management.
Maybe I should have been a preschool teacher. Then I could have gone out and slid on the slides for profession.
You would have been good at that. You have a lot of patience. Well, meh.
I do and I don't.
But you do with little kids, though.
Yeah. Jason was saying, Mr. Branch was saying that in front of Jack, like, you are just so nice. And Jack started to laugh. I'm like,
he knows.
95% of the time I'm really nice. And I'm like, how am I, Jack, when you don't take your laundry up off the table after the 25th ask?
Right.
And he's like, yeah.
Is that like a teenage boy thing? So we are starting to discover teenage boy in our house, I think.
Oh. Yeah, nobody in our house wants to take their laundry off So here's the kicker.
Do you just look over? My children are walking on the couch. Like
they do walk on the couch.
They just walk on the couch.
I walk in your couch?
I don't think Kristin walks
I've never walked on the couch, I don't think, but now I should because everybody else says.
We are having a little issue with our one that is about to be a teenager.
No, he is such a good kid. I don't want to hear it.
But lately he has given us a hard time on
He doesn't want to take his laundry upstairs.
He doesn't want to do anything to help. He forgets his everything.
Forgetting is common and normal.
He leaves stuff. It's like Hansel and Gretel. There's stuff all over my house that is his.
Like right now, Jack has forgotten to take his sweatshirt from the middle of the driveway to the house. So he went to the house. The worst thing is that I'm like, if you're going upstairs, just take something with you.
Absolutely.
You have like 25 things. Take one trip up. You come back down, take another trip the next time you go up.
I tell
no
them,
one can remember to take anything.
Walk through my kitchen and find something that is yours. I promise it's here.
When I say that I spend at least 20 minutes a day, I'm not exaggerating when I have to pick up everybody else's stuff and put it to the place.
But do you know what we did last week? So we are notorious.
Did you do the 10 minutes Heidi?
No, we should have, but it's similar. Similar, right? Very good. It was really good. So my kids even said
the hurry
really
up
good.
while the song is playing, get it done before the song ends.
Oh, that's a fun one. We should do that.
We used to do that at toddler time.
No, so Tom and I are notorious for doing all the laundry and not folding it, which is the current situation right now. If you walk into my mudroom, which is off our laundry room, there's like 6 loads of laundry.
I did see it when I had to break into your house and steal your sour cream.
So we said, everyone take one basket, go up, bring it up here. And we all sat in the living room. Joey got towels because I realized like it's a little harder to do the laundry at his age, but he can fold towels. And every one of us, every one of us took one load. There were 5 loads and it was done in 10 minutes.
Yes.
All the laundry
Teamwork
was done.
makes the dream work.
It would have taken me like literally an hour or two to do it. And
it is so true.
It was awesome. They were so annoyed when I said it. And then after 10 minutes, they were like, okay, that was like nothing. It was not a big deal.
Right. We have the family folding time.
Done.
We do it all the time.
Yeah. I'm like, we're doing this again.
We're running out of time,
I know, I'm
friends.
sorry.
So we got to hit the button.
All right, everybody. We will talk to you next week.
Have a great week. I have my jam classes this week. I'll let everybody know how it goes.
I'm excited.
Strawberry jam.